Alright, final world it is. Floating fortress, here we go. And, well, of course there's no surfing mission because, obviously, we're not really going anywhere with it. Oh, this song is pretty cool, but I could have sworn I might not have liked this world, but then again, playing World 4 again, I didn't mind it as much. I thought World 4 was fine. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see, I guess. Huh. We'll see what happens. As long as I stick to my guns and I'm capable of doing what I need to do and not getting too, adrift, we can beat the game pretty fast. Also, the icicle guys are really good. I love these fucking... I about to say demons. Been playing too much SMT and Persona recently, I guess, apparently. But I love these guys, these titans. They're so cool. Also, I guess it has to be mentioned, but I like the name Crash of the Titans. I think that's a pretty decently clever name for it. It works out pretty well for what it's worth. It may be a little too easy to make, I guess, but at the same time, I think it works. I think it's just clever enough. Also, I think I mentioned Radical Entertainment being the devs, but I want to say maybe it might have... I don't know if Sierra was a dev company, though. They might have been a publisher. Because I'm pretty sure they might have been, because there's... What's their nuts? Did Fear, and I think Sierra was on that as well. Fuck! Almost fell off. You know what? Yeah, why not? These things never get spent. I don't really want this particular... I messed with demon again. I don't want this particular Titan, but... Anything goes at this point. I need something, anything. Alrighty. Cool. So ching, extra cash, hold on. For my bash. Oh! Okay, somehow I fell down from that. I don't know how that happened. I hate how, when it comes to crystals, you have to basically get them all over again. It's really obnoxious. Damn. A lot of Wumpas we gotta get, huh? Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing this concept come back of, these types of collectibles getting upgrades and what have you. That'd be kind of nice. Although, you don't really need to do, a Crash the Titans beat-em-up style again, but just, something along the lines of, oh, if you collect this much stuff... Well, then again, if you're doing Mojo shit, you're gonna have to do a beat-em-up to make it plausible, I guess. Right? Or just make a Crash Souls-like. There you go. Because that's what everything needs nowadays, right? That's the new in thing. Well, that's been the new in thing for fucking years now. Ever since, what? Well, yeah, Dark Souls 1, but I feel like it really took off a little bit after Dark Souls 1. I feel like around Bloodborne, I started seeing more stuff. It was funny, I was watching a video today talking about people shitting on Elden Ring. Which is bizarre. Which, okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not the biggest fan of Elden Ring, right? I thought it was fine. I'm not gonna say, I was a huge fan of it. But I like it enough to where it's yeah, I enjoyed what I enjoyed. I'm not, the best at Elden Ring, but even then, still, I still like my Souls stuff and what have you. But it's just so funny that people hate the game so much that they'll go out of the way to just make videos talking about how much they hate it. And I find that very odd. Why do you even care? If it's such a non-game to you, why do you care? But we already know the answer. It's just rage bait shit. It's pretty obvious. They do it for views. But the thing is, I think it was about the DLC, right? Yeah, they're saying oh yeah, the DLC is gonna be trash. It's gonna be garbage. It's gonna be all this and that and the other. And I find that kind of funny. How do you even know? This is a $40 DLC that I'm... Oh, I know what it was that they were talking about that I didn't like. Yeah, somebody said the game was irrelevant. It's been irrelevant for 2 years. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are you... What are you talking about? What are you huffing? It's been irrelevant for 2 fucking years. What are you even... What? No. Nobody that is so far off the mark, it's not even funny. Oh, because people aren't playing it nearly as much, that means it's irrelevant. Like, bro, the game still sells like hotcakes. It's still a pretty big game. People are still buying it. People are still, you know, doing this, that, and the other. People are still playing that game. I'm still playing that game, technically. And, you know, like an overhyped, what was it? Like, yeah, it's just overhyped DLC. Also, this reminds me of the exact same level on the console one, too, which is pretty crazy. It's just a bunch of dumb shit takes that you would expect from people on the internet that just make dumb shit takes. But my thing is, like, if I don't like a game, why am I going to give a shit? Like, for example, I'm not a big fan of League of Legends, but you don't hear me shitting on it every, like, 5 seconds. If somebody says something stupid in relation to League of Legends, or something along those lines, then yeah, I'll you know, I'll be like, alright, you know, I don't, what the fuck you talking about? My thing with League, though, I never liked was, of course, you know, just massive toxicity of it. Because I don't personally like being a toxic person myself, right? I hate that side of the coin. I hate doing that shit. I always feel bad afterward. Well, I mean, I don't really feel bad for the people I shit on when it comes to the game. It's just more so like, you kind of start taking it into real life, and then it makes you a toxic asshole, and then you're kind of like around toxic assholes, and it makes it worse. It's never good. And I feel bad because I end up being toxic to people that don't, you know, that are innocent and don't deserve any shit. Because you're just so used to being toxic yourself. An angry, aggressive asshole. But that's just my problem. I don't know if I have anger issues. I don't know if that's what you would call it. I don't know. I just had an epiphany. I'm over here talking on a fucking video recording. That's crazy. I know. That's why my brain thought of it for like a second there. It's like, that's nuts. I'm over here stroking my dick. You know, like I'm over here talking on a video thing about my stupid, dumbass problems that I guess I have. Or that I think I have. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, like, what's the point of, I mean, there's one thing, like, I've always been, you know, a don't judge a book by its cover when it comes to a game type guy, because I've learned the hard way. You know, you never know what type of games you might like until you play them. And when I was young, I used to do the whole thing of, like, shitting on games I didn't know anything about either, right? Or even played, or even cared to play, because they were popular, because it was like, oh, all these people like it, so I'm not gonna like it. I mean, yeah, to an extent, I still feel that way, but that's more so like a protection thing. Because my problem is there's too many goddamn normies that stick around things, and they inevitably ruin everything. But that's usually not the game's fault. That's usually just their fault. Yeah, like I said, if I don't like a game, then so what? I'm not gonna just shit on it all the time. You know, it's not going to be, like, my biggest thing that I'm going to do all the time. Like, oh, wow, I don't really particularly like Fortnite very much. So I guess I'm just going to shit on Fortnite all day. And just make videos about how bad Fortnite is, right? Like, I don't do that. There's no need to do that. It's a waste of time. It's stupid. But grown-ass men will still do it. Something else I don't like is, well, I'm mentioning this now because technically DSP was one of them that was involved in this video that I watched. I forget by who, but there's a few people he was talking about, and DSP, of course, was one of them. As, you know, he was shit-talking on a DLC that hadn't come out yet. Basically saying the game, you know, wasn't like played by people, which is not true. People did play it a lot. The irrelevant thing was from somebody else. I forgot his name, but somebody else said it was irrelevant. But I bring him up because I'm not particularly a fan of his take on Doom. The new Doom game that's coming out. Because, yeah, I mean, it doesn't... Like, I'm kind of worried about it being not Doom Eternal. That was, like, my first thing. I was like, oh, man, I kind of want to be like... where we're going to go from here, like, with Doom Eternal. Like, how are we going to make it any better than Doom Eternal, right? And then now we're not getting Doom Eternal, which I was kind of upset by, but now it's like, oh yeah, Dark Age, that's what it's called. At first I was kind of upset by that news, but now it's like, I mean, whatever. I'm fine with it. It still looks pretty good, right? Like, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to try it. If it's bad, it's bad. Like, well, I mean, I'll probably wait for the game to come out first and then just, like, peek into it, which, knowing me, it's Doom. I'm not going to buy it anyway. But at least try to give it, like, more peers into it before I fully get it day one. watch a full, you know, full-length gameplay of the game straight up in GameStop before I buy the game. Just sitting there watching Markiplier play it or something. I don't know. But yeah, like I'm gonna wait. You know, it looks like it'd be nice. But even if I still think it's gonna be nice, I still have like that hesitancy of not knowing for sure if it's gonna turn out the way that I would like. But that's the other thing too, is like there's no game dev has to appeal to my bullshit, right? No one has to fucking do what I want. No one has to come out and make another Crash 1 game, even though we already have an indie game that's basically Crash 1 light, but no one has to come out of nowhere and make a fucking game for me because I want it to be that way. No one has to come back and make another Uncharted 3 multiplayer type thing, right? No one has to do that. And that's fine. And I can live with that. It just sucks when, like, you want a particular game series or you want a certain type of game to come out, but you don't get it. And then, like, you get all this other kind of Western movie garbage crap that happens. Movie game crap. Which, don't get me wrong, they have their place. However, I'm getting kind of tired of just seeing them all the time. Like, that's the road that everyone wants to take. Because it's just the easiest one to do. It makes them the most money, you know, or whatever. Like, I get it, because game devs need money, of course. But I also kind of want to have a fun game that I can play. Movie games have their place, but I feel like we're getting to the point where there's just too damn many. And I'm getting kind of tired of them. Like, at least God of War Ragnarok, even though it is a movie fucking game, and you can't skip cutscenes because it's fucking stupid. You should be able to skip cutscenes after you beat the game. I think that's fair. Oh, but old God of Wars, you couldn't skip cutscenes unless you died. Like, yeah, but that's, what, a 5-minute cutscene? Except for maybe like a couple of them that are a little bit too long. But even then, still, like, I'm fine with watching all your cutscenes the first time I play it. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to probably pay much attention if I don't like it anyway, but still. You know, that doesn't really bug me too much. But have an option to skip it later. It just makes replay value a lot harder to go through. But even then, still, I do honestly feel like at least God of War 5 was fine enough. Definitely better than 4, in my opinion. By a long shot. And then, like, Uncharted 4, same thing. Like, Uncharted has been, like, a movie game thing for a while. And I'm not a big fan of Uncharted 4, personally speaking, but, you know, it's fine. It's got its merits. It has a pretty decent multiplayer, and, I mean, the whole rope thing was kind of neat. You know, there's a lot of decent stuff there. Last of Us 1, you know, when that came out, I fucking adored Last of Us 1. I thought it was really fun and really good. And this is coming from somebody who didn't really care much for movie games. You know, I liked Uncharted, right? I liked Uncharted a lot. Those were my favorite movie-style games. And Enslaved was pretty okay, too. But, you know, I used to like them a bit back then. It just feels like it's just too common now. And every game's got to be, like, just another... Like, if it's a hack and slash, it's got to be another God of War-style game. But not like the classic God of Wars. Oh no, because that's fucking dumb and bad. That's stupid. You know, we shouldn't make hack slash games like that again because none of them were good. What? Oh, I know no one said that, but I'm just saying in general. Like, if somebody did say that, I'd be surprised. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, Ghost Rider on PS2 was pretty okay. It wasn't fantastic, but it was fine enough to where it's like, yeah, I'd recommend it as a decent beat 'em up. Dante Inferno was fucking amazing. You know, there's that other, I forget his name, Marlo Briggs. Like, that's okay for a hack and slash God of War style game. It's alright. I know there's a few, you know, clone games in there, here and there, that weren't particularly the best, give or take, but still. you have some decent ones. Like I said, Dante's Inferno is a great example of that. One of, if not, in my personal opinion, the best God of War clone you'll get. Which is funny because God of War is technically, like, not really a clone, but definitely heavily inspired by DMC. Which kind of goes back in reverse if you think about it, because DMC is, you know, inspired by Dante's Inferno, you know, name-wise, right? Like, obviously, like, Virgil and Dante are named after them. And then we get God of War, which is inspired by DMC, a Western take on it, made by a shitty fucking person, but at the very least, back then we didn't know he was shitty until now. David Jeff. Wow, strength increase. Okay, fuck yeah, I could use that actually. But you know, it's just funny how it goes back reverse. That's all I'm saying. And now it goes back to Dante's Inferno, which you know is a quote unquote clone. I should say God of War like. Cause see that's a funny thing now. Back then we used to call these games clones, right? We used to call them clones. We call like Duke Nukem and stuff, like Duke Nukem 3D, like oh those were Doom clones. Because Doom was like the big thing. Nobody really played much Wolfenstein, so like Doom was like the main thing, right? There were always Doom clones, and even for like a while, first-person shooters were like Doom clones. And now, instead of clones, it's like, oh, it's a... Well, to an extent, I think Souls is like the only thing that probably gets a pass. Name-wise, I think it makes more sense for people to call it that way. But now we have this whole thing called Souls-like, right? Oh, it's not a Souls clone, it's a Souls-like. There's a difference. Which I just find kind of funny how we changed the name a little bit. God damn, this place is a bit big. And funny enough, it reminds me a lot of Sonic. Like, big time. A lot of these area designs just give me that Sonic vibe, but probably because it's in 2D. When this game technically is supposed to be in 3D, all things considered. Not that it's bad to have it this way. You know, I don't mind it in 2D. Because Crash works wonderfully in 2D. Which is always nice. And kind of funny if you think about it. How, like, Sonic started off in 2D. But then, quote-unquote, got bad in 3D. Which, in my opinion, like, I don't think they're really that bad. But, I mean, to each their own, you know. I like my Sonic Adventures. I like my Sonic Adventure 2s. I like Shadow the Hedgehog a little bit here and there. Kind of. From time to time. I'll just jump over them. Fuck it. I'm pretty sure that leads back to probably maybe possibly more upgrades. Or not upgrades, but more tikis and what have you. But I just don't care enough. You bitch. Well, at least you're coming down here with me, fucker. About said another bad word there for a second. I have the pass. It's cool. It's all good, guys. I got the pass. I got the hall pass. Anyway, so... I already forgot what the fuck I was talking about earlier. Oh yeah, Souls-like type stuff, man. Well, I mean, I'm basically done with talking about all that. Oh yeah, it was Sonic. Yeah, funny how, like, Sonic did well in 2D, but people would argue that he did bad in 3D. Which, I mean, to an extent, I can agree with. Like, Sonic Forces was kind of there. Sonic Lost World was alright. Yeah, there's still some decent games here and there, of course. I'm sure people would admit that. I don't think anybody's gonna say that, oh, Sonic Adventure was, like, completely fucking terrible. Like, I'm pretty sure some people probably had at least a decent bit of fun with it, to an extent, right? Sonic 06 on their hand, yeah, I can understand that one. Big time. But then it's funny how, like, a game that started in 3D can hop into 2D and just be just fine. And work just well. Because Crash Huge Adventure works really well for a Crash 2D game. It's crazy. I was going to say, you're not going to make me climb that, are you? And, well, here we are. Climbing that exact fucking thing I hoped I didn't have to climb. Can one of you just fucking... Oh my god, okay. I wanted something to give up. I didn't know what. Immovable object. Versus, unstoppable force. My crash versus these fuckers in that goddamn steel crate shit. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go down here then. Fuck this. Oh my lord. Come on. Again, I will still defend this game to the extent of, like, I still think it's pretty fun and a decent game. Alright? I do thoroughly enjoy this for what it's worth. But I will admit that it does have its falling out. Its bad deals. Also, how did I run out of gems so fast? I only bought, like, 2, 3 guys, I think. And they're usually about, like, what, 40 to 60? And I had, like, 200. I guess that probably would add up with it. Yeah, that makes sense now. Never mind. Yeah, doing the math in my head's like, oh, wait a minute. That makes way more sense when I put it that way. Ooh, my back. Did one of those, like, weird, like, feeling things where it's like your skin tightening for some reason. Okay, nothing up there. I'm sure there's probably got to be something. Yeah. I don't want to get off the Titan for this shit. I don't want to. I don't care enough. We already fucked up so much that I'm at the point where I just don't think I give a shit. Okay. Ah, shit's bothering me. Oh, I mean, I guess I could. Whatever. Well, I'm here now. What could possibly be over this way that I need to go pick up? Anything of value? Let me guess, just mojo, right? Yeah. All that for like 4 mojos. Not inherently bad. Not really exactly worth it either. You know, I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's just go get him. Let's go kick this guy's ass. It's also nice how you can do air juggles too. In this game, sort of. A little bit, maybe. Come on down, hurry up. I wonder if the same people who made Huge Adventure made this too, which I don't think so. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't know. I got more power for jacking. Yay. Jacking it, jacking it, jacking it, jack. Smacking it, smacking it, smacking it, smack. Wait, I ran out of my super? When? I don't recall running out of my super, like, at all. You guys are fucking liars. This game's a fucking liar. This game's a fucking liar. I watched, one of those, what's his name? Doombus Gloombus, I think his name is. He made, like, a whole Smiling Friends thing. It was kind of funny. I usually find his stuff sort of funny, you know, not all the time, but like there are ones that get me here and there, you know, of course. And that was pretty good. Just Pim doing Tomodachi Life and making Charlie a female and get married. Just Alan being exaggeratedly in Charlie's face, just like his weird exaggerations, his weird mannerisms, like in the show, which are funny. Just making it, just exaggerating it further as you do. At least in this game, you could punch TNT boxes without instantly blowing up, which is very helpful. You know what? I'm about to die, so I could use you. My lord, how much? We really did have to get more than I thought in terms of mojo upgrades. Like, holy crap. Holy crap, Lois. I'm coming. And let me guess, that goes back down somewhere I don't want to go back down, right? Secret area, secret path, secret square. Yeah, just gold. Well, you know what? I'll take it, because, I mean, we're already here. Fuck it. There. My problem is... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it'd be hard to... You know what? Hold on. I want those. Because I'm pretty sure they drop Woompa, don't they? They don't. They do not. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I tried. Back up we go. Always a joyous undertaking. See, I completely off topic, but more so, like, on topic of me. I have a lot of stuff I want to do, just outside of just gaming, outside of YouTube, of course. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't mind getting some of those games done. And right now, I'm trying to see if I can try to focus on maybe doing, like, an RPG backlog thing, where I just finish a bunch of those. And I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to do, like, Fire Emblem Engage, but I tried doing, you know, Persona Q again. I mean, my plan was to mainly do Engage, but I just wanted to play a bit of Q, and I was like, this is just whatever. But another one I whipped out was Soul Hackers 2, and I still have yet to beat that. Yeah, I know. Technically, I've never beaten SMT5 either, so... Yeah, there's that. I kept sitting off on it for a while. I don't remember exactly how far, but I got a decent chunk in the Switch one, and then just kind of stopped. I was like, oh, you know, maybe we'll get like a fucking report of it in the future. And we did. Only problem is, you know, it took a while for that to happen. We're still in this fucking non-end area level? What the fuck, man? Like, how much farther do we... Dude, stop. How much farther do we have to go in? This thing to finally end. Jesus. Also, this ice power is just ridiculously powerful. I feel like it is. I feel like it's really good. I like it better than, you know, of course, Sniper here. Don't even much care for his stuff. Boop. Get that extra little bit of Wumpa. Oof, almost fell off there. I don't think there's anything back there. But again, you know, we're not going for everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, who cares? I could kill him. I could get the, you know, the mojo from him. We're so close to getting, like, 1050 that I don't even know if that's probably even, like, the full extent of mojo we can get. Actually, I could have done this. Yeah, but I want to keep the ice. Oh, it's just more fucking lives again. We gotta go an extra huge amount of mojo again. Like, holy shit, man. 200. Well, 150 more, to be precise. But that's gonna take a while to get. Jesus. Especially the rate I'm playing and the way that I'm playing, in, like, just in general. Like, yeah, we're probably not getting much. Yeah, again, I still don't know what those tikis grant. I probably should have read about it, huh? Well, if I had the manual, I could read that, but I don't. Most Game Boy games I've had never came with, like, the full box. I think I had that happen once, and that was, like, Ghost Rider. Maybe Mario and Luigi? Maybe? Probably not, but... I mean, it sounds right, but I don't know. You know, we always could just spend the gems. We could. We don't have to, but there's an option. Spend the gems, get a bigger, tougher guy. Run with him for a bit. Alright, I think you stay invisible until you attack somebody, which makes sense, I guess. Would have been kind of nice if invisible, which now answers the question I had earlier of like, oh, do you stay invisible because you gain more? You know, you gain more invisibility things, boxes, and that just helps out, but no, that's not the case. Also, with the crystals, like, reverting back to just level 1 every time, I don't mind that, personally. It kind of makes a lot of sense, to be fair. Because in all honesty, if it never reverted back, it'd be really powerful, like, all the time. And it would potentially, maybe, possibly break the game after a while. Because we just have so many fucking crystals. So maybe it's not all that bad, in all fairness. Alright, let's let him just blow up and die. Blow up and die. Or not. Or just fuck off, I guess. That works. Don't know why, for some reason I thought I could just heal myself out of nowhere. I was like, oh, I gotta heal bad. I'm about to die. It's like, I can't even heal at all. Well, I mean, without gems. Not gems, Crest. Wumpas, fuck! Going through everything in the book, I'm like, which one is it? Well, look at there. And look who it is. I hope you like it, the decor, because soon it'll be part of it. You fools! There was like a point in time where I could do a decent Cortex voice, but I don't think I can. Oh my god, he's fast as fuck. This might potentially be hard, especially considering the fact that he's a bit more tanky, but I do have that extra damage upgrade. The only problem is I'm kind of worried that what could happen is I could lose out on... Oh, we have this. It's not all bad. I'm afraid of losing out on like all the Wumpa fruit around the area and the gyms. Also, when I saw that gym earlier, I thought it was floating like behind there, and I was like, oh, I have to collect all these gems. But I forgot this is not that type of game. Also, fuck you, Tiny, you bitch. Why are you even here? I kicked your ass earlier. Go away. Fuckhead. Fuckhead. No More Heroes would also be a nice one to do in the future at some point, too. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, that figures. Alright, let's try out Cortex now. Of course, Cortex gets that. No surprise. Pretty decent. Alright, Tiny's dead. And I wonder if, like, that's the only one we have to deal with. I mean, at this point, I don't... Oh, no. Okay, so I guess we do have to fight both at the same time, technically. Which, for a final boss-ish fight, I get it. I'm also about to die. So I need to be very careful, because they're going to kill me. And this is all I have left. Holy shit. Like, are you actually kidding me right now? Like, you're really gonna make me fight for this shit, huh? Okay, I don't know what's... I don't know. I don't know what's... Oh, he's fucking dead. Wait, what? What? Hold on. What? The fuck's going on? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Pointless. I can tell you that. Okay. God damn, dude. Fucking go away. Yeah, did I somehow die and just didn't know I died? The game just killed me? Okay, he's dead now, right? But for realsies? Like, for realsies dead, not just some shitty-ass, like, Phase 3 crap, right? If you had... What the deuce? What the sigma? Yay, we did it! We saved the day once again. The dysfunctional Cortex family. And of course, you know, they not surprisingly leave Dingodile and Tiny behind, because why not? I mean, those three are the main scientists anyway, after all, so... Hey, Crunch, you're back! And you look weird as fuck in this version. I don't know why, but him on Game Boy looks weird. Oh yeah, they also changed the last little thing here. It was, of course, you know, let's go home and eat pancakes. Pancakes! And that was it. Banned Pit as Crash Bandicoot. Fuck off. Bandicoota Jolie as Coco Bandicoot. Jay Bono as Aku Aku. Mark Wallclute. Bandy Coleman. Wilder Beaver as the Beeve. Alright, Amazing Entertainment, that's what it was. Okay. So anyway, that's it for Crash of the Titans. Full Let's Play finished. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you for whatever I do next, which, you know, in terms of Crash, I feel like the most likely thing would probably be, like, Entranced. Probably. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, but we'll see. So, anyway, that being said, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. So, take care, everybody.